Good morning, everybody. My name is Rogan. I am, as always, your host. I haven't been doing much the last few days. My fucked up teeth have been bothering me. I did try to watch Killers of the Flower Moon, the Martin Scorsese movie. I keep wanting to call it Flowers of the Killer Moon, which actually seems like a better title to me, but I don't know. I only watched about an hour of it. This goes back to what I've been saying about the form and the deterioration of the form that movies just aren't movies these days. And formally, the feature-length motion picture, uh, in classical terms, is simply superior to any other kind of storytelling, screen storytelling specifically. Killers of the Flower Moon. Look, Scorsese has made some of his best movies in recent years. I love Wolf of Wall Street, and so he's not an old man who's lost his touch. What's going on is that he's fooling around with the formal limitations having shifted to accommodate things that aren't feature films in the traditional classical sense. This is not a movie. It's 4 hours of storytelling entertainment, marketed as if it were a movie. Uh, it has more in common with TV shows than movies in terms of what it does with characters and story. Uh, and so it isn't of interest to me. I'm just because the writing is good and the acting is good and the story has interest, that is not enough for me. That uh, doesn't put it far ahead of wandering in the street observing real life as far as entertainment and education are concerned. For my money, which is my time, um, I would rather that investment pay off the way it does when I watch an actual movie. Now, to get into the details of how and why the Scorsese picture is not a motion picture in this traditional sense, it's beyond the scope of this video. There's a lot to talk about, and I've been talking about it in previous videos, and we'll talk about it in more. But it certainly is not a great sign for the culture of movie going. And Scorsese announcing his retirement, well, he's if this is his last movie, he's already retired from making movies. That miniseries he made a year or two ago, Old Irish Gangsters, for Netflix. Again, not a motion picture. It's a different kind of entertainment. And in other news, is it related? I think it is related, actually. How depressed I am. I've been trying not to be depressed, and it's this stages of grief thing. I've entered a new stage of this, and now I find I'm scared. I'm I'm scared that fighting to maintain personal equilibrium emotionally enough to just go to work, enough to pay bills and feed myself, keep myself in weed, tobacco. Uh, that isn't worth it. And today I was wishing I could see a therapist, a psychologist, or a psychiatrist, but someone who talks to you as opposed to just pushing pills. And came back to the point I always come back to. I don't have enough in common with anyone to think that kind of thing will be good for me unless I find the right person, the right approach, and I don't know what that would be. Uh, I can't find anyone I can feel like I can talk to at all, let alone a professional talker. Now, the answer there, of course, is that there are things I'm not thinking of because it's not my fucking profession. So it's true. Uh, but here's the other side of that. I'm genuinely, I wouldn't be here anymore if it weren't for an essential lack of guts as far as taking myself out is concerned. I'm stuck here because I simply do not want to try to open the door. There's no other reason. I'm afraid I'll fuck it up. That's what I need to talk to somebody about. I gotta find some way to want to live again. I'm not gonna be doing anything but treading water and coasting on a slow decline unless I can do better than this. I'm having trouble even showing up for enough hours of a day job to keep myself in weed. This hasn't ever been this hard for me before, and it's always been hard. So, I don't know. The two subjects do seem related to me, but it's because my entire life, the dialogue that really matters, the conversation, the interchange of energy and ideas that means the most to me is not between me and any other person, but between me and the cinema, the screen. And it's almost like a crisis of godlessness. I feel distant from God, but I don't feel disconnected from God. It's just close, and I don't know how much it's my age. I'm 52, and not in good health. My heart's not okay. Might have something to do with it, but at least I don't know. I trust God is still in the world. Maybe I don't feel it viscerally, but I know I can and will again later at some point, or at least I expect to. Movies, new movies, I don't know. I just don't know. Are there going to be new movies again that don't feel like they have happened after the end of the cinema? Like there's some response to a closed book, a dead form explored for the sake of addenda rather than new key texts. I mean, it's there have usually been a lot of different things that matter to me, but the movies outside of human matters, outside of people, the movies matter the most. And the fact that I'm not seeing new movies that I feel invested in immediately as soon as I see them, it's really taking a toll on me, I think. But then things aren't going great all around for me, as can be seen. I'm what they call putting a brave face on it. So I guess that's enough rambling for now. I wish I could talk about movies in the context of a larger cinema in the way I used to, and I wish this self-exploratory mumbling about my emotional state did not seem directly related to the state of the cinema. What's inside is outside, and what's above is below, I guess, is how it always is in every arena. I wish it weren't so here and now while there's so much sadness down here being reflected above. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening.